Hey garden friends, welcome back to Not Quite Homesteading ESK Garden channel. I'm sharing weeks 2 and 3 of our pantry challenge with you this week. So let's go ahead and jump right in without delay. So it's Sunday, January 8th. For breakfast, I'm making some drop biscuits. I'm making these from scratch. I'm going to be pairing this with like some sausages and probably just some scrambled eggs. But this is what we're going to eat for today. I probably will scoop out about 4 of these and then freeze the rest, and we'll go ahead and pull that out at some point in the next week or two to finish it up. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and make 5 instead. That way we'll have enough for today. If we both want 2, decide that we want 2, there's 2 for each of us today, and there's like an extra one in case someone wants to have like a biscuit for breakfast or something. I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of this in a little baggie, and then we'll save that for another day. But when you are feeding 2 people, this is literally how I end up with a ton of stuff in my freezer, because if I make all of these now, it's very likely that some of them will go to waste. So I don't want that. So I found that this was an effective method to just freeze it up and pull it out when I'm ready to use it, let it thaw, and they actually make perfect biscuits just as if I had made them the day of. And this is the final product. So for Sunday's dinner, I made a smoked whiskey and apricot glazed pork tenderloin. This was what we had. I believe I served this alongside rice. And then I made a cookies and cream cheesecake. This was delicious. So it definitely was more of a cookies and cream feel, not really a cheesecake. But that was what we had Sunday. Hey guys, so it is Tuesday, January 10th. And this is what I'm having for lunch. Another turkey sandwich. I'm having turkey and Munster on a Kaiser roll with some mango juice. And I'm really putting an emphasis on a focus on using up this deli meat that's in my refrigerator. It has about another week and a half on its life, and I want to make sure that we use it and don't waste it. And this was the last Kaiser roll in the open pack that we had. So I wanted to get that out the freezer, out of my inside freezer as well. We do have several more packs that we need to use up, but you know, small milestones are important. And this is how I'm keeping it simple for myself, keeping a little mental peace, but at the same time, making sure I'm staying true to the challenge. So this is what I'm having for lunch, and I'll see you at dinner. So it's Tuesday night, January 10th. I'm making French onion soup for dinner. So these are the caramelized onions. I'm about to put the soup together into the pot, and then that's what we're going to be having for dinner. And this is the final product for the French onion soup. I was originally going to do a baguette crostini, but I didn't take the bread out in time, and I had fresh bread made. So this is what we're eating for dinner. So for Tuesday, January 11th, lunchtime, I'm having some of the lasagna that I froze, and I paired it with a, these are kind of like Parmesan crusted tender fritters that I got from Aldi. So kind of gave me like a little fake chicken Parmesan. Breakfast was pretty light. All I had was like a piece of toast with some butter and some strawberry jam. So I am working my way through our strawberry jam that we made as well. Good morning, y'all. Today is Thursday, January 12th. So this morning I got up and I made some corn muffins and finished off a pack of bacon that we had open in the freezer. So we're having corn muffins with homemade strawberry jam, as well as some bacon and coffee. And this is breakfast. I didn't film for dinner last night because we simply had leftovers. So we had leftover French onion soup and toast with dipped in olive oil. So that was dinner for last night. This is breakfast for this morning. So for dinner on Thursday, January 12th, this is what we had. I made some burgers with sweet potato fries. Do not judge my sweet potato fries. I put them in the air fryer. Clearly don't have those down yet, but I do a lot of cooking and don't make those often. So we'll practice on those, but the burgers look delicious. I made smash burgers. My husband had a beef burger. So today is Friday, January 13th. This is what I'm having for lunch. This is actually the first meal of the day. So I made a garden fresh salad with some greens from the garden, some tomatoes, and some kale, butter lettuce, baby romaine, and arugula that we had. And then I made a green onion and parsley tuna. The green onion and parsley are from the garden. I topped this off with a scratch-made sesame ginger dressing, some wonton strips, some mandarins, and this is absolutely delicious. For a light snack this day, I just had some yogurt, some strawberry jam, and grape nut. So for dinner on Friday, January 13th, I made some poblano. I made some poblano. So for dinner on Friday, January 13th, I made some poblano and bean quesadillas. I used the leftover meat that we had from the burgers and put that in. Originally, it was supposed to be vegetarian, but since we had the meat, I went ahead and put that in. I had some homemade tortilla dough that I had frozen, so I unthawed that. And then I made the tortillas myself. So we're just pairing it with some salsa verde, some rotel, and some sour cream. And that's what we're having for dinner. Good morning, y'all. So today it's Saturday, January 14th. This is what we're having for breakfast. So this is pretty much like an everything burrito, trying to just use up stuff. So I have the tortillas that I made, the frozen tortillas that I made last night that we're trying to finish up. We have some refried beans, so the last of the beans that we had from yesterday's meal. I fried up, or I scrambled up some eggs. I did some sausage. I have an abundance of like hash browns, the actual like hash brown patties. So I just kind of use that as a potato substitute. Also put in some leftover sauteed grilled onions that I had from a couple of days ago, as well as the rest of that can of green chili, which is layered in there. And this is what we're going to be having for breakfast today. And for dinner this day, I just made some jerk pork and used up a box of the long grain rice-a-roni. I also just heated up a can of carrots and seasoned them up a bit. This was absolutely delicious. Jerk pork is one of our absolute favorite meals, and I don't make it often enough, but we thoroughly enjoyed this. For Sunday, January 15th breakfast, we made some French toast. I used a kind of like a cinnamon sugar blend for what I was going to use like for an apple like cinnamon roll. And we used that to use up the bread that I baked last week. So this is on honey wheat oatmeal bread, I guess you can say. And then we're pairing this with some bacon. I'll probably have a little bit of yogurt after this just to boost the protein factor. But this is what we're eating. And then I went ahead and made some syrup. So we'll have that with some homemade syrup. So for dinner on dinner on Sunday, January 15th, we had leftovers. So I had some of the leftover jerk pork and carrots. We finished the other rice, so this is just some pumpkin coconut rice that I had in the freezer that needed to be used up, so that's what we're pairing it with tonight. For a treat this day, I made us some hot chocolate. So this was a butterscotch white hot chocolate with some nutmeg and vanilla fused in, as well as a salted nutmeg topping. These were delicious. This is lunch for Tuesday, January 17th. I forgot to record breakfast, you guys, but we had just like blueberry waffles and bacon, so I was able to finish up the blueberry waffles. This is what I'm having for lunch. I'll probably have something else like protein wise or something that's not as starchy, in between. I definitely ate an apple before this, and maybe I'll have some like yogurt or something just to kind of break up some of the carbs. Hey y'all, so today is Wednesday, January 18th. This is what I'm having for breakfast. It's just a packet oatmeal, apple cinnamon oatmeal, and some toast with butter and salt for, this is like the bread that I made for us yesterday. So homemade bread, oatmeal, keeping it simple this morning. And then I didn't record yesterday. I forgot to record, but yesterday for breakfast, we had waffles and bacon. I think we finished up some waffles and bacon. And then I ended up not eating dinner, even though I cooked dinner, because it was just kind of too late to eat. but I did have a PB&J sandwich, so like a half a sandwich, and that was what we had for dinner. Good morning, y'all. So it is Thursday, January 19th. This is what I'm having for breakfast. This is cream of wheat. I did some warm spices in this, and that is for breakfast. I wanted to have something that was not going to upset my acid reflux. I have been really bad off this week, and as a result, haven't really recorded a lot of my meals, but the acid reflux has been kicking my butt. So today I just wanted something, while it's not necessarily cold weather for warm cereal, I wanted something that I felt like wouldn't upset like the acid in my stomach and would help me kind of alleviate some of the esophageal irritation that I've had over the last few days. So and this is what lunch looks like for Thursday, January 19th. We just did some air fried falafel balls, as well as some mini naan that we had left over for a few months from Costco. We were able to finish that up, get out a can of garbanzo beans, and use up some of this whole milk Greek yogurt that we have in the fridge that's coming up on its best by date. For dinner, Thursday, January 19th, we had chicken and dumplings. And this I made in the Instant Pot, so it's nice, thick, and creamy. I will say one lesson for the Instant Pot is it's going to basically deteriorate the dumplings. So this is what we're working with, even though I put in like tablespoon-sized dumplings. But it's still going to be delicious nonetheless. This allowed me to use up the leftover roast chicken and then use up some carrots that we have from our garden. I don't know if you can see like colors in here or not. I probably don't have any in mine, but I mixed like our carrots with store-bought carrots because I wanted like extra carrots. But oh, here's one. So we have our little garden carrots. We used our green onions. We used our celery. So a lot of our garden vegetables in this. Hey y'all, this is lunch for Friday, January 20th. So I took my grace day and decided that I wanted to have something out, and this is what we're having for lunch. I was craving some fish, like fish fry, and we went to one of our favorite places to get some. So for Saturday, January 21st, I'm having a light and late lunch. This is just a bowl of cereal. It's like Post Grains cranberry almond cereal, I believe. I'm gonna have this with a banana nut muffin. I have these in the freezer that I need to use up, so I'm just gonna have that. And this day I forgot to record breakfast, but for breakfast we just had some waffles and sausages, and then I ate an apple to go with it. That is it for weeks 2 and 3, guys. We'll see you in week 4. We hope your pantry challenge is going well. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye.